SynthFest 2025. I'm here on the booth of SYNTHR avec Rémy.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
So last year we talked about the SYNTHR.
SYNTHR, yes. This is
your latest polyphonic synthesizer?
Yes. Last year it was the first prototype. Now the product is finalized. It's a 10-voice analog voice classical subtractive synthesis with a lot of modulation, possibility on modulation. We have
so what was the main the process from last year to this year?
Last year we get only unison and 10-voice polyphonic. Mm-hmm. This year now we have split mode with 5 voice on one hand and 5 voice on the other one, mm-hmm. and layer, polysequencer, arpeggiators, and also a looper.
Okay.
So normally it's the software is full, and we are ready for the production now.
And maybe remember us the specs a bit. What it does.
Alors, about the features, mm-hmm. We have 2 VCOs. Each VCO has wave-shaped mixer.
Are these some vintage chips or based on?
It's the VCO is based on the SYNTHR10 Bi-Timbral, the same as the Tech 5.
Okay.
And then we have 2 filters, one based on the SYNTHR10 mm-hmm. and one only low pass, 12 and 24 dB. Mm-hmm. And the other one is the multi-mode filter based mm-hmm. on the AS3320.
Mm-hmm. But it can only be used one at the same time, or is it?
You can use only one at the same time with this button. On both VCOs plus noise goes through the filter 1. Mm-hmm. In this position, VCO 1 goes through the filter 1, VCO 2 goes through the filter 2. Mm-hmm. Both VCOs through the filter 2 and filters in serial, first filters VCF2, then VCF1 in serial.
Okay. And on the modulation side, you have?
On the modulation side, we have a cross modulation mm-hmm. between both VCOs. We have one global LFOs, one LFOs which is for on the pitch of the VCO is in fact is 20 LFOs. We have the module section, mm-hmm. the aftertouch section, and additional glide and portamento.
Okay.
The portamento is the true definition of portamento, and glide mm-hmm. is like in the syntax where we have to just a semitone mm-hmm. to get the final note.
But I didn't ask you on the X-mod side, so you can do FM.
So it's a kind of FM. The VCO 1. Here the VCO 1 is sent to the VCO 2. Mm-hmm. Again the envelope, mm-hmm. and you can send it to the pitch of VCO 2, PWM of the VCO 2, or cutoff filter 1, cutoff filter 2.
Okay.
A small noise section, a subsection here mm-hmm. with 4 wave shape.
But and there's only one sub-oscillator in total?
Yes,
okay.
This is the sub-oscillator from the VCO 1. The VCA section, mm-hmm. VCF1 level, VCF2 level, EGA level, envelope level, mm-hmm. and special spread voicing.
Okay.
On 0, all voices are central, mm-hmm. and then even voice goes on one side, odd voices goes on the other side.
Okay.
envelope, of course. Envelope could be linear, exponential, with delay, with a kind of quantization on the envelope. We can move the filter envelope on this one and take this envelope to be assigned to everywhere you want.
Okay. So this is done with menu, or is it?
Yes, you have just to press on the assign, and you decide, I want to assign the envelope to the frequency of LFO1. It's done.
But I can imagine it's a mixture of the oscillators and filters analog and the envelopes as well as digital implemented.
Yes. The envelope is done by the
LFO
CPU.
And LFO also.
And the
LFO?
yes, the LFO is done by the CPU.
Okay.
A small FX section. So we have, in fact, we have 16 FX, FX1, FX2, and we can have on both layers the effect. And the effect is global on all the voices.
As you said, now it's on the dual mode or say the split mode. Is it?
No, it's global.
Global.
The effects are global.
But as you say now that the synth has a split mode, does your patches, are they fixed on 5 voice and 5 voice, or can you change the voicing there?
No, it's 5 and 5.
5, okay.
5 and 5. Yes. What else? The different mode of usage, unison, and you choose how many voice you want. Sorry, from 1 to 10. The standard mode is polyphonic mode with 10 voices. Split mode with, yes, with the panel. When the selector is upside here like this, you can have the panel is controlling this voice, and now you are controlling the other voice. Layer is the same thing, but you can choose even on the layer you can choose. You can choose
Okay.
the range of each layer. Arpeggio mode, sequencer mode, and each time in arpeggio or sequencer, you have 5 voice for the arpeggio or the sequencer and 5 voice to play.
Okay, so you can do pretty complex stuff with it.
Yeah.
So this was this a let's say a focus on this synth to make it such playable, or because often polyphonic synth doesn't have the biggest sequencer, or
Yeah.
so this was one of your focus to make it.
Yes, it's an heritage from the SYNTHR4,
Okay.
where we could have at the same time sequencer and one voice, and here 5 voice. And of course, you can control also the velocity on envelope, or you can assign it on every potentiometer.
Does the sequencer, back to the sequencer, does it support parameter automation or something like this? That
You can send it to a DAW.
But you record some parameters, or in the
You play the sequence first. You record the sequence on the keyboard, but you can change the velocity of each note, even if it's on 4-5 voice.
Okay, but not
Velocity.
but you cannot record the cutoff or the cutoff.
Yes, alors, you have another function, which is you press only record and you have a looper. The looper record 4096 MIDI event.
Okay.
So it can be what you play and even what you move at the same time. So it's a small looper. You have 4 looper in the machine, additional to the sequencer.
Okay. And the looper it records the parameters and the notes. Is there is it in minutes or is it just the data you enter? Yes, you can see, you now say it is 4,000.
MIDI event.
MIDI event.
MIDI event.
Okay.
MIDI event.
So it's not based on minutes or
No,
you know, okay.
no.
Okay. And how would you describe your synth when you synth are now? Which it remembers? Is it a vintage? The sound goes it in the direction of?
My first target was the Prophet sound, and my demonstrator say, okay, you can make also Prophet sound, but we did Jupiter 8 sound also. So with the both filters, we can do a lot of sound from the vintage world.
We heard now already the sounds from your friend. So last time we saw us, it was in alpha or let's say prototype stages.
Yeah.
Now it's beta.
Yeah.
So how far is it from the release? Is it?
The release will depend on the order. I'm waiting for the first order to launch the pre-production, the 5 unit for pre-production.
So like last year you said it's not a product that goes to retailers, so it's only make on demand.
Yes, it's only make on demand, and I sell directly to the customer.
And what is the price you?
Today my price will be €3,900, tax included.
Okay.
For Europe.
And if you make them, does it take longer to make them, or is it?
If I start to organize my production, I could deliver in September.
September, okay. What we didn't discuss yet, the outputs are. Does it has a stereo output?
So the output, you can have everything on MIDI, every potentiometers, everything on MIDI with control with CC command. Okay, you can have the sequence, you can have the looper on the MIDI. You have USB for DAW, of course. You have USB host to get a keyboard.
Very good.
To put a keyboard, host, so two USB plus MIDI, the in-out through.
Okay.
In-out through.
Okay.
And expression pedal. Expression pedal could be as an additional command for the CVs. And you have directly the headphone.
Okay.
Headphone with a special volume for headphone here, independently of the general one.
And this is the final look of it. So this is the final look of
The
it.
final look, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is made of wood, yeah.
Wood, aluminium.
Aluminium. Okay. So I wish you good luck for your new synth.
Thank you very much, Tom.
It sounds lovely because we already play it, and it sounds really like a classic analog synth,
Yes.
polysynth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So looking for more demos of it. So big luck, and thank you for the interview, Rémy. So,
Thank you so
thanks.
much. Synth Anatomy.
Ciao.
Ciao.